Hi, so we're going into National Eating Disorder Awareness Week, and I thought that I would make a video just to talk a little bit openly about things that I've dealt with and to just try to raise awareness, talk about different resources, and what this whole week is all about. A little over 10 years ago, I was in the hospital for anorexia, and it was real tough. But it becomes about more than just food and body image and what's being said around you and all of that kind of stuff. Your brain kind of becomes like this disordered thing, right? So there's like part of you that knows, in a way what you're doing is not constructive and not healthy and just killing yourself. And then there's this other voice inside of you that's kind of fueling the disorder, and it's just this constant like battle. And where it got for me was after months and months of dealing with my own internal just conflicts and just battle, really, this voice of the disorder became so loud that this one couldn't do anything, if that makes any sense. So I got to a place where I had to go into the hospital because I couldn't get healthy on my own. And the theme of this week of National Eating Disorder Awareness, it hits so strongly home with me because it's all about early detection and early intervention. It's about sharing just the resources that are online, and also I think a big piece of it is getting people talking, people who have experienced eating disorders themselves and people who know others who have, and people who may not even think that they have been touched by them, which probably they have, but they just might not know. And just getting people talking about this so that it's not something that is shameful and it's not something that people, want to hide, because that is the biggest thing, at least for me, that was the biggest thing about what was going on inside of me, was I felt so alone, and I felt so much like no one could ever have understood what I was going through. So once you get people talking about the reality of what you're doing to yourself, and taking it into the bigger scheme of things and not just making it about food, because that is the biggest thing, is that it's not just go eat a sandwich. No, you don't know what's going on in here, and what I see, it's not going to be fixed with one meal. That's the biggest thing to me, is getting eating disorders to be something that people can openly discuss and gain knowledge on, even if they haven't experienced it themselves, because that makes the shame of everything so much smaller, and that makes it so that people might step out there, and even if no one else knows, see other people talking about it and feel a little less alone, and then a little more likely to get help or find out more information. And the earlier that happens, the stronger possibility of recovery and a full recovery, or less chances of relapsing or let the disease get worse and worse is. So I think doing things like sharing links on your page to take you to the National Eating Disorder Awareness website, where there are free screening tools that take only 3 minutes to complete, just to get the conversation open, even in someone's own mind, that maybe the views that they have about themselves, or the views for why they exercise, or the way they eat, or just the way that they see themselves in the mirror, can get started. I know that when I was sick, I was constantly looking for different things, whether it was pro or anti eating disorders, basically, and just for that feeling of not being alone. You don't know who might click on a link that you share, even if this is something that you don't personally deal with. You don't know who around you is. You don't know what people are thinking. You don't know who you could be helping by raising awareness and just knowledge for yourself and for other people, and sharing things like those screening tools, because getting help early is so helpful for recovery, because you can get so far into this place and this darkness that the thought of living a healthy lifestyle and, eating normal or seeing yourself in a normal light is so far gone that, recovery seems like something that just isn't possible. And it's not that people don't want to recover, and that I think is something that we need to raise awareness about as well. It's not a choice to be sick, it's not a choice to have these negative feelings about yourself or your body image, or why you need to, go, 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 and keep working out. That's not a choice. That's not something where you can just take a switch and be like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna be healthier now. No, you need to want to be healthier and know that you're not by yourself in whatever struggles that you're dealing with. So take the time and maybe share something that you wouldn't have shared before, or look into some statistics that maybe you didn't know about how fatal eating disorders really can be, and maybe just share something, because you never know who you might touch. And I think especially nowadays with social media and everything, the power of being able to share a healthy lifestyle and share that recovery is out there is so much more powerful.